The home video game console has a rich and colourful history, spanning nearly 50 years. From the Magnavox Odyssey released back in 1972 to today's supercomputer consoles that sell in the millions. There's a lot to learn, and that's why I'm here. The Nostalgia Box is Australia's first and only video game console museum. Located in the bustling streets of Perth, it showcases over 100 consoles from the 1970s to the 2000s. And the best thing is, you can play them. I'm here now with Kaylee, who works here at Nostalgia Box. What have you found are people's first reactions when they hear about Nostalgia Box, a console museum?
Firstly, this exists, and also it exists in Perth, because we don't often have a lot of cool stuff. You see their eyes light up and going, wow, this part of my childhood is now in a museum.
How important do you think it is to preserve these old machines?
Pretty important, because there's so many kids now that, they're playing the games on their iPads and PlayStation 4s, and they've just never seen how it began. Like, their mums and dads would tell them, back in my day I was playing Pong or Tetris, but they've never experienced it. We've got over 100 in our collection now, so they can come here and actually see firsthand and have hands-on play and, see where it all began.
Magnavox presents Odyssey, the electronic game of the future.
Of course, where it all began was with the Magnavox Odyssey, but it was Atari's Pong console that made gaming at home popular.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set.
When Atari followed up in 1977 with their cartridge console, the Atari 2600, the market exploded. Soon, there were 15 different consoles all competing for a spot in people's homes. But was that many consoles a good thing?
There's so many consoles released in the 1980s, an insane amount. So the market was kind of oversaturated at the time. Like, parents have hard time to choose what console they want to buy their kids today, and you imagine back in the 80s it'd be way too intense. So with that and the oversaturation, the market kind of crashed in the 80s. They thought that was going to be the end of video games, and luckily it kind of came back with Nintendo.
What's it like to play the Nintendo Entertainment System?
The Nintendo Entertainment System thankfully relaunched the industry. It's so cool to see the history of consoles from 8-bit to today. And the best part about it all being in a museum is that it totally counts as schoolwork if you have a cool teacher, like Sean. So I guess first question is, why have you brought your school group here today?
What I think is really important is that they have a sense of the history of it. It's not a long history, it's like a really short history. But for these kids, some of these games they've just seen in these consoles, it's like the Middle Ages, it's like looking into the deep, dark past. But for us, or people my age, not your age, it's yesterday. And so just to give them that link, back to the sort of games we played as kids.
What's the most interesting fact you've learned today?
Probably that there's a wide range of video games that I didn't think probably existed.
What's the weirdest console you've seen?
It's a triangle and it's got 3 different games on it.
With the steering wheel and the gun on it? Yeah.
It's a bit confusing, but I guess it would have been a lot of fun for people playing at ages ago.
What's been your favourite game or your favourite console here at Nostalgia Box?
The Duck Hunter.
Duck Hunter? Did you know that consoles were so old?
No, I didn't.
Have you seen any of these before?
Never.
No, I'm gone. It's too late for me. What's the reception been like from the kids that have come in here?
Really great. So many smiles and laughs. They rave on about the graphics being, pretty terrible, and then parents will walk through the museum, point out the things that they used to play, and then they go and challenge their kids at the games. Kind of the first time that they've been able to, beat their kids at a game,
Getting to check out all these older games has really made me appreciate just how far gaming has come. From those simple pixels to our now lifelike graphics, it's been quite the journey. Thank goodness someone is here to take care of all these older consoles.